So, what do you do when shifts happen? So, I have been traveling a lot lately and had to go through a lot of delays and changes and all sorts of hassles I've never experienced while flying. But one flight that I was on, we had boarded, we're about getting ready to go, and we had to deboard, and the flight was delayed. And so as we had to take out our luggage from the carry-on, the flight attendant said, "Be careful when taking out your luggage because shift happens." And so it was cute, to lighten the mood, but it's so true in life that there are times when all sorts of changes are happening around you that you have no control over. It could be personally, financially, relationally, professionally. We see politically, things happen and everything has to shift. So, what do you do? How do you respond to that? I have seen it both professionally for myself, doing training, going to do a coaching. I remember one time I was doing a training for like over 40 employees for a county government on, difficult conversations and communication, and had a full day training scheduled, and the Wi-Fi went out. I had spent over a month working on this deck, putting videos, examples, all of that didn't matter. But what I did know from teaching speech and communication for 20 years is that you better have a backup plan and not rely on technology. And we also seen last week how, with the global tech shutdown, we cannot be so dependent on technology that we're not able to function. And so, for that training, I had handouts and booklets already prepared for each participant. So we were able to still run smoothly. And, even as a professor, I was able to go, like, if something happened with internet, doesn't mean that we couldn't have class. Like, we're gonna make it happen, do some exercises, do some role play, some something to make it do what it do. So with you like the flight attendant said, you have to be careful. You have to be aware. You have to understand what are the certain possibilities, what are certain things that could happen. And I would always tell my students like Murphy's Law. You have to come up with a contingency plan because you never know what could happen the day of your presentation, the day you plan to do something. And so, what are the contingency plans? I would give them an example of Michael Phelps, who was a swim coach and all time like top, Olympian, and his coach would intentionally stab his goggles so that they would flood with water and do things intentionally so that he would be able to shift and be prepared if something happened unexpectedly. And so that he would have to swim through it even if he couldn't see. And that exact same thing happened during one Olympics, but he was prepared for the situation. And so you have to be aware, be careful, you have to be prepared, and you have to be calm. Stay calm and carry on because, these things are going to happen. Uh, life is too short to be stressed out about all these things that we have absolutely no control over. All we can do is be flexible, stay calm, keep it moving, and find a way to do what we got to do. So that is my Monday motivation for today. I can't promise you won't have any shifts or changes this week, but you can be prepared when they do happen. And if you're interested in doing more to improve your communication, be prepared for when you are called on to speak professionally, then definitely message me, get in touch with me. Love to work with you. And I will talk with you later. Have a great week. It's Dr. Tony.